So Rabbeinu Yoina in Mishlei Perek Yodal Pasuk Chav Tes on the Pasuk of Erech Apayim Rav Tvunos, which seems to say that if somebody is an Erech Apayim, that means he's slow to anger, Rav Tvunos will be very smart. He'll be able to be more intelligent. So Rabbeinu Yoina gives 4 reasons why that might be the case. Let me try to outline them real briefly. The first one he says is that somebody that's impatient, when he has one thought, then right away he's going to be, okay, that's a good thought, I'm going to take it, and I'm going to decide with that thought. He doesn't have the patience to wait, to explore for another thought, to see another way of seeing the issue. He decided already because he's just impatient. He wants to get it, and he wants to get it right away. So when you're choosing the first thought that comes to your mind, that's not always going to be the best. It happens to be the first. Usually, by the way, the second thought is even better. Another reason, that's reason number 1. Reason number 2 is he says, okay, so let's say this guy just doesn't have the capacity to think more than his original thought. He doesn't have the headspace to come up with multiple thoughts. But let's say his friend will come over to him and tell him to see it another way. He'll be frustrated or angry, so he won't listen to the other friend. So being that he's frustrated, he'll never have more viewpoints. So he won't be able to, again, choose the best thought, the most correct thought from amongst the multitude of thoughts. Then Rabbeinu Yoina says a third idea why having patience is beneficial for getting it right and being intellectual and smart. He says sometimes a person will have someone will come and tell him a negative idea, meaning to say an idea that he in his mind first quickly rejects. So if he's impatient, he'll jump on his rejection and he'll stick with it because he has no patience to go ahead and think, hey, let me really hear what this guy's saying. Maybe he does have a viewpoint. Let me explore what he's saying. Let me listen to it. He's too impatient to do all that. So he quickly decides and he rejects it. So again, he has no access to hearing that thought process. That's the third reason that Rabbeinu Yoina says where patience allows you to experience other people's ideas without shutting them down quickly. Point number 4 is Rabbeinu Yoina says a very general idea. We all know that Kol HaKoyes is Chachmasa Imstaleks Mirenu, which if you would get into the scientific terms of things is that there's the amygdala and there's other parts of the brain, and for other parts of the brain to work, you need certain parts of the brain to be inactive. And when those parts are active, the amygdala is active, then other parts of the brain shut down. So when we're in kas, we're frustrated, we're in fight or flight mode, then the other parts of the brain shut down. So Rabbeinu Yoina says, if you're patient, that means to say you're not living with the amygdala so much. You're not in that mode of frustration. You're happy the way Rabbeinu Yoina says, whatever comes to you, whether it's very happy news, not such happy news, sad news, doesn't change your mental state so much. So therefore you're constantly able to utilize the higher parts of your brain to analyze things, the less you are living in frustration. So Erech HaPayim just gives you access to different parts of your brain. Hatzlacha, thanks for listening.